Testing, 1 2 1 2, testing. Hello everyone and welcome back to another video or to another stream. It's been a while since I've streamed. I know you guys missed it. I know my 0 live viewers really missed the stream. But today I'm back. Starting a little late today, work went a little long. Or at least my first half of the day went pretty long. But now it's time for a lunch break. Not eating during this lunch break, but I hope you are. Hope you guys are getting nourished. I had a big breakfast. Okay, we can wait till later. But I hope all of you are doing well. All of you 0 viewers, welcome to the stream. And yeah, it's been a while since I've streamed. I think I checked, and the last time that I streamed was right after I moved into the new place. On July 7th. So it has been a while since I've turned my channel live, hit the live button and started streaming to all of you guys. And a lot has happened. I feel like the move went well. Adopted kittens. Just been dealing with them for this past month and a half, and they're crazy. They're getting older. They're getting bigger. They were tiny at first. You guys might hear them scratching at the door at some point during the stream. I don't know if I want to deal with them during the stream, trying to wrangle them while also trying to talk to you guys. So we will see. If they come in, they come in. If they start scratching at the door, I might actually let them in this time. During my math video, if you guys watched that, not a ton of reception on that one, which I kind of expected from a polynomials and powers modulo n video. It doesn't have the most catchy, poppy title of any number theory video that I've done. I know the prime videos tend to have a lot of views just because people are aware of a lot of these problems that exist in math. Basically, they're aware of a lot of these problems, so people are interested in the topics that I'm bringing forward. But yeah, I figured I should stream this week just because it's been over a month now, and I try to do them every calendar month, and it's starting to get to the end of August. I'd only have one opportunity if I didn't stream after this, and there's 2 videos that I'm working on right now. One is about the divinity of the Son of God. I've been watching a lot of these Muslim versus Christian debates, and some of the people talking about the Trinity. What exactly does it mean for the Son of God to be God? Is there a division in God? Is the Son subordinate to God? What does it mean for them to share in the same divine nature, for Christ to be God? I feel like there is a lot of interesting room to explore, and I think talking about what exactly that meant, how did Jesus appear in the Old Testament as this angel of God or this messenger of God, and how he appeared then, and in what sense that seems is that subordinate to God? Is that God? Is that sharing in the divine nature of God? Is Christ? And you can see that by whether he's worthy of worship. But I want to get into all of that. So I've started to think through it. I haven't actually put the pen to paper yet, though, and started writing the script for it. So there's a lot more area, I think, to really formalize kind of the points that I'm trying to make in that video and think through things more and just make sure that my thesis is a little bit more coherent. As you guys know, in the past on this channel, I used to just turn on the camera after class every day and just talk about random stuff, whatever I thought about on my walk home. I'm trying to get away from that. I could do that, and that's kind of what these live streams are going to be, more just talking through things and thinking through things, especially if there can be a Q&A. I can start to do that and start to think through things live in front of you guys, which I think would be interesting. And I've started to hear the cats outside, so let me, I'll open the door, let them in. We'll see if they do anything crazy, though. I did bring in this spray bottle. It says Salve, what is up? How's it going? How are you? Apparently you are my top fan now suddenly. Even though, yeah, what is this new top fans thing? See, they knocked down my pencil. Can you change the link real quick? What do you mean change the link? Change the link to what? Wait, what link are you trying to change? But yeah, no, I'm seeing they're doing this #1 fan thing. I don't really know what exactly that means, the top fans. Maybe it's just like the top chatters during the live stream. Which link do you want me to change? The live stream link? Or is there a link in my description that's not working? Because that could be a concern if one of those links isn't working. Let me know what link is acting weird for you. Because I think most of the links should be fine. Let me just double check and see what you're talking about. We'll see my live. I don't care about the crown. At Brent Bateman DP send me here arguing she wouldn't be sick. What does that mean? What link are you guys talking about? Are you talking about my Discord link? I'm confused. Are these bots? See, that could be interesting. All right, my chat is being confusing. I don't know what you guys are talking about. I don't know what the question is here. Change the link. What link are you talking about? You won't get it. Yeah, I'm not getting what you guys are trying to tell me. There's a lot of people watching that I have not seen in my chat before, so you guys are confusing me. What is the link that you want me to change? Your stream took the link for some other video, dude. We are in fact bots. Oh, are you guys not bots? Your stream took the link for some other video. What does that mean? How does the stream take a link for another video? Restart the stream? What video did I take the link from? Wait, how does that even work? Why would I restart the stream? What video did I take the link from? What channel is this? A video from Brett. Who is Brett? Brett Bateman DP. Let me just look up that name. Did he post a fake link for you guys? Um, false flag. That's interesting. Okay, I think he probably sent you guys the wrong link, because I honestly do not know what you guys are talking about, because I created this stream link. I created this stream link this morning, and I don't know why. I don't know if restarting the stream would actually help. I think it would just link to whatever video gets posted later in the day. What was this? What was this video supposed to be? That's super interesting. We thought you wanted more people on here. That's why. No, I don't. I don't even know who this Brett person is. I don't know. What does he do? His description is, "I like making videos." He makes promo videos for companies. Oh, it seems like one of these like. I don't actually know what this channel is, to be honest. Seems like some type of like. I don't fully know what this is. They sure try to fool us. Dislike, yeah. All right, this is interesting. I don't know who any of you guys are. They sure try to fool us. Dislike. Damn, getting hate from the 3 people who are watching for some. What was this video supposed to be? We thought you wanted more people on here. That's why. No, like, if you look at my streams, I'm not streaming to that many people, and the way I designed my channel. Yeah, see ya. Have a good one. I was hoping for some interesting conversation, and then I saw 3 random people hop in here. I feel like the stream is losing. Yeah, it's just not. Why are you guys so mad? What are you mad about? That's so funny. Okay. Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, no, I just turned this camera on during my lunch break, and hope some people join. And then this was the interesting crowd of people that joined this time. I don't even really know how to react to that. There's people who I think were expecting to watch some other video and then stumbled upon my video, stumbled upon my stream, and it's not really. That doesn't seem like it has anything to do with the content that I am producing. It seems like one of those. He almost seems like some type. So I'm wondering if these people got scammed. They sent him like some false link or something, or I don't know. But that was interesting. Maybe if I stay on longer, some of my viewers will actually join, and this will be a little bit more interesting. But yeah, so that now these people are my top 3 fans apparently. I guess the top fans thing is just for like the stream itself. I don't know. I think this is a new thing. I was watching. What's his name? I had him on this channel once. Oh my gosh, I should not be blanking on this. Oh, and now my cat jumped on the. All right, let me introduce you guys to the cats. So this is my. This is one of the kittens. This is Smee, named after Mr. Smee from Captain Hook. They were originally, so there's the other one over here, but like the original names that they had were Cheshi and were Peter Pan and Mr. Smee. This is the first kitty, Smee, and then the other one is his original name was Peter Pan, and then I renamed him to Cheshi, just after like a Cheshire cat. He has really intricate stripes and patterns, and super cool. But yeah, so those are the two kittens that I adopted. You might hear them in videos. They can be a little bit loud, a little bit crazy. But yeah, they're literally 3 months old, and they're always running around, always fighting. They're like little like toddler cats, which is kind of crazy. But that's been life right now. But okay, so what was I actually talking about? So before these weird people showed up and kind of derailed the stream for a little bit, I was talking about yeah. So I've been watching these like debates between Christians and Muslims, and it was interesting to think about those in the context of the divinity of the Son of God, because the main Muslim claim essentially is that Jesus is not God, Jesus is not God, and basically they have their whole idea of Tawhid, which is the idea that there is like God is indivisible. He's only one, and there's no like divisibility or separation or any of that. Whereas Jesus is technically distinct from the Father, yet he is still God. He shares in the divine nature. So thinking about that in terms of who Jesus is and where you can find him in the Old Testament, what exactly the New Testament says about him, who he is in the context of God. I think making a video on that would be super interesting. But I'm looking to go through and formulate that. And then just continuing on with the number theory series. I have another video that I want to make. It includes it's talking about like canonical congruence classes or something like that. It's talking about like classes of congruence and showing how many there are. And I want to start by introducing like injective, surjective functions, introduce functions and show how using concepts with functions can prove that two sets are the same size. So that's the plan for that video. There's not a ton of action right now in my chat, sadly, but it is what it is. I actually got excited when somebody said hi, but sadly, it was just some random people who I think got scammed. They got sent the wrong link or something. I don't really know. I don't really understand. There's some Brett guy that they were talking about. Maybe I should check out this guy's channel a little bit more. Yeah, it seems like some sort of like self-help video maybe. Honestly, that's probably what it is. It seems like there's some like no, I don't really know. Let me look at his most popular content. My vasectomy didn't go well is the most popular video. Stuff about process serving. Okay, interesting. How to become a process server. That's like most of what his channel is. I don't know what a process server is. Process server is a professional who delivers legal documents such as summons and complaints to individuals involved in legal proceedings. Interesting. Okay. Someone who delivers summons and complaints. So, yeah, these people were looking for that guy. At first I thought they were bots. I didn't know what they were talking about at first. I don't care about the crown. About that crown. Brett Bateman DP sent me here arguing she wouldn't be 16. I don't know what that means. There's something sus happening here with those people, I think. I don't know. There's something suspicious happening. There's something weird going on there, but I don't know. They got sent the wrong link apparently, and They were like accusing me of stealing the link for my video. I don't really understand. But they said they disliked the video. Great. All right. It still says I have 3 viewers for some reason, but do they appear in the top chat too? Yeah, they do. Interesting. But I mean, speaking of bots, you never really know what's going on. You never really know what's going on with people. There could be just such random people popping in and out. And oh, nice, we got a 4th viewer. We got somebody watching now. How are you? I don't know if you want to lurk or just listen or chat, but we had 3 people in earlier who I think got sent the wrong link to a video, and now are like just got mad at me and started yapping to me for a while. They were telling me to restart the stream. You stole his link. I think he just sent him a wrong link. That's funny. What a time. What a time. Oh, what was I going to look at? All right. I guess we can just kind of go over some of the stuff I talked about last week, just with the canon issue, and Protestantism. If we want to, I don't know. I feel like there's no one asking about these comments. These things. Yeah. At one point in the video, I did actually cite the verse in scripture that that Catholics often use to argue for the papacy. Maybe we can talk about that. That might be useful to talk about. Let's extend the verse a little bit to Matthew 16. Let me do 13 through 19. All right, things are loading. Let's go to... Let's go to the live screen and we can read these verses. So this is Peter confesses Jesus as the Christ, and the verses go. This is Matthew 16, 13 through 19. So it goes, "Now when Jesus came into the district of Caesarea Philippi, he asked his disciples, 'Who do people say that the Son of Man is?' And they said, 'Some say John the Baptist, others say Elijah, and others Jeremiah or one of the prophets.' He said to them, 'But who do you say that I am?' Simon Peter replied, 'You are Christ, the Son of the living God.' And Jesus answered him, 'Blessed are you, Simon Bar-Jonah, for flesh and blood has not revealed this to you, but my Father who is in heaven. And I tell you, you are Peter, and on this rock I will build my church, and the gates of hell shall not prevail against it. I will give you the keys to the kingdom, and whatever you bind on earth shall be bound in heaven, and whatever you loose on earth shall be loosed in heaven.'" And this passage is used by Catholics quite often to justify their belief in their belief in the papacy, their belief that there is this line of Peter, this line of popes descended from Peter, each with universal jurisdiction over the church, each with authority over the church. And ultimately, I don't think that this passage really justifies that claim. I think that is a very weak justification. Ultimately, in the video, what I used this passage for is just to cite the line, "The gates of hell shall not prevail against it," basically to say that we can trust that the Holy Spirit will preserve the canon, which applies to the church and the Protestant church just as much as the Catholic church. But we can elaborate on this a little bit. But my point was basically that the canon will be preserved to an extent where we are still able to know Christ. We are still able to see God's revelation through Christ. And that was essentially my point, was that the gates of hell will not prevail against it. We will still be able to know Christ through the canon. We will still have access to these inspired writings of the apostles through the canon, that the Holy Spirit will guide the church to have those books. And that's why I cited that particular passage. Now, what Catholics do is cite this passage to specifically focus on Peter, specifically focus on Simon Peter, and him being the person specifically who Jesus builds the church on. And ultimately, I remember I watched actually a Nick Fuentes versus Jay Dyer debate on this topic, and this was a huge point of contention between the two of them, where Nick Fuentes was saying Peter was given the keys to the kingdom. And because of that obviously justifies the papacy. But I think there are other more natural interpretations of this passage. And I think it starts by reading the rest of what happens in this passage. And what happens at the beginning of this passage is Peter confesses the divinity of Christ. He confesses the divinity of Christ, that you are the Son of the living God. He confesses his status as the Messiah. He makes the first confession of faith in Jesus. And as a result, Jesus answers him that he's blessed, and that this was revealed by the Father. And because of that, Peter, he is the rock on which the church is built. It is because of Peter's faith that the church is built, not because Peter, for some reason, is special versus the apostles. It's because, specifically, not because of who he is, it's because of his profession of faith. And ultimately, that is what even the Orthodox would use this point. But from a Protestant perspective specifically, which is what I'm coming at this with, ultimately what the church is built on is the faith of Peter, is that initial confession of faith of Peter. And that the church is built on the confessions of faith of the believers. And this is what ultimately builds the church. And Peter is the first. He is that rock. He is that foundation. He's the first one to confess that faith in Jesus. And I don't think that this passage justifies like Peter having authority over all the other apostles, Peter having universal jurisdiction over all future believers. That's not there in this passage. Because all of the apostles are given the power to bind and loose later in Pentecost. So all of this stuff about the papacy doesn't seem to follow from this passage alone. Let me actually find the verse. It wasn't at Pentecost. Never mind. Maybe it's Matthew 18:18. I was wrong. Let me just do Matthew 18. If your brother sins against you, go tell him his fault between you and him alone. If he listens to you, you have gained your brother. If he does not listen, take 1 or 2 witnesses along with you, and that every charge be established by the evidence of 2 or 3 witnesses. If he refuses to listen to them, tell it to the church. If he refuses to listen even to the church, let him to be to you as a Gentile and a tax collector. Truly I say to you, whatever you bind on earth shall be bound in heaven, and whatever you loose on earth shall be loosed in heaven. So what we see here is that this power of binding and loosing is extended to all of the apostles. It was just Peter's confession of faith that happened first, which is why he was the first one who was given this binding and loosing power, quote unquote. It's nothing unique with Peter. It's something extended to all the apostles, and it was on the basis of Peter's act of faith. So I don't think that the papacy itself can be justified using this specific passage. I think the passage more shows that God will guide the church in the future, and the church is just the community of believers. Wherever, what's the verse? Wherever 1 or 2 are gathered in my name, there I am in the midst of them. And I think this is so often cited just in the context of, it was actually right after, for where 2 or 3 are gathered in my name, I am among them. Again, I say to you, so it's truly I say to you, whatever you bind on earth shall be bound in heaven, and whatever you loose on earth shall be loosed in heaven. Again, I say to you, if 2 of you agree on earth about everything they ask, it will be done for them by my Father in heaven. For where 2 or 3 are gathered in my name, there I am among them. And I think this is just about allegiance to Christ. It's about allegiance to Christ through faith. I think that is interesting, and I think it's somewhat of an important clarification to add on to my discussion of specifically that Matthew chapter 16 that Catholics love to cite so much. Maybe I should just play some Minecraft. I think I feel like this Q&A is not the most interesting because nobody is really here asking questions. The only people who were asking questions are people who were asking me about the link and telling me to change the link. I don't think that trying to look at all the stuff that was said in the chat, and it really doesn't make sense. They probably plotting right now. They sure try to fool us. Dislike, and then angry face, and then the you sure, yeah, audio. I don't know what exactly they're responding to, but apparently I said something that made them mad. I just remember being very confused throughout the whole interaction, like what is going on. But I'm gonna just play Minecraft because nobody's really watching right now, and I think this would be helpful if there are questions being asked and stuff to start chatting about. I guess the reality of the situation is when I do stream, this is kind of during the middle of the day. It is like a midday stream, so everyone is at work right now. Everyone in the U.S. at the very least is at work. So ultimately, I think I need to come into these streams with more stuff prepared in and of itself for me to talk about. But I think as I start to grow, as I start to post more on this channel, things will start picking up, and hopefully I'll start getting more reception and getting more viewers watching. Like, these streams were fun when I had 1 or 2 people, when XU was in here asking questions and chatting with me and all that stuff. I enjoyed all that stuff. I just think it's tough when it's such a small channel, and I really do want to just do these streams every month. It gives me a little bit of a break between video uploads to just spend some time catching up and putting together something a little bit more meaningful as well. I find that the grind of putting out YouTube videos can be a lot. It's difficult to come out every single week with a new, fully thought out video, and I think I've been able to do that consistently for almost a year now. But it really is a grind, and I worry about like how well I'm putting together each of these videos, and if I could have more time, like what could I do better? And I'm trying to do that and trying to accomplish that, but I think that just doing this so habitually will help the channel start to grow. And all these streams are so different. There's always something weird that happens in each stream. Last stream was not the most eventful, but the one before, literally all the people are here from the link Brett sent. You're talking to yourself for more than half an hour already. Yeah, that's fine. I mean, I'm gonna keep talking to myself in this video. That's fine. There's not really many people in here. It's literally just you three. There's 2 viewers right now. So yeah, I mean that's what it is being a small YouTuber. You just have to find ways to talk to yourself for a while. Also, why are you still watching? Go talk to Brett and get the link that Brett was actually trying to send. Get the actual link that he's trying to send. I feel like this is not really a me problem, because the second that this stream is over, it's going to be uploaded to this link. So you're going to have this link as well. I'm really confused how this is really this big issue for you guys. But the problem lies upon you. I don't see how the problem lies on me. I started up a stream this morning, and that is the stream. Go get the link from Brett. Go talk to Brett. If you guys are getting links from him, go talk to him. I don't think the problem lies on me. I woke up this morning with plans to start a stream at 12. Got delayed a little bit. Started at 12:15. Had a link, made the link, so I uploaded it. You will need to fix this ASAP. Okay. I'm not planning on it. I don't know what the... what the issue is. I'm going to start my Minecraft stream. Okay. Man, it's super laggy. My computer is not very good. But I'm just going to start the Minecraft stream up. Oh, man. Okay. Super laggy. Super janky stream. It's okay. Yeah, that lag is bad. I need a new laptop, I think. See, I haven't played Minecraft in a fat minute, but I forget how all of this works. It's sad that my computer is so old. I think I need a new one at some point. I don't think it can handle the like the simultaneous streaming and Minecraft playing. Yeah, let me just murder the sheep quick. Oh, there's the pigs. Okay, it's not running horribly. I think in the future, when I stream, I need to switch to normal latency. I wonder if I'm able to do that now. Is there a way to do that when in Studio? Oh, I had Paint out just in case, but yeah, we have 2 viewers left. We're doing fine though. What was I gonna do? Oh yeah, I was checking the live. Let me see if there's a way to adjust the latency. Edit your stream title and description, maybe. Settings. Ooh, maybe the live dashboard would be helpful. Yeah, then maybe I can change the streaming, like the latency. But it's probably fine. Once I am a bit nervous about like needing a house or something. Oh, here we go. Cave moment. Uh-oh. Not a cave. Oh, maybe? Potentially a little hideaway. Little hideaway if I need it. If it gets to night, I'll just block this area off. Yeah, it says YouTube's not... Oh, I can't change my stream latency. Okay, never mind. YouTube is not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming. As such, viewers will experience buffering. Okay, let me see. Stream status poor. Analytics. Stream settings. Yeah, I definitely need to switch this to normal latency if I'm gonna play Minecraft, because this is not working very well. Yeah, I think the buffering is just way too bad for this to work. Yeah, in the future, let me just switch back to the face cam. I need to do a normal latency, because my computer cannot handle low latency. It cannot. It simply does not handle that. Okay. But I have the streaming dashboard open. It looks like if I close out of Minecraft, is it going to start working again? Ooh, yeah, there's a lot of buffering. A lot of really bad buffering. Okay. Um, Please use keyframe frequency of 4 seconds or less. Currently, keyframes are not being sent enough, which can cause buffering. Okay, yeah. I am going to close that, and I think now I'm just going to chat. I think I'm just going to chat with you guys. Oh, the kittens are sleeping now. Of course they are. They come into the room, and then they start sleeping. But it is interesting how it's like the three of them were like popping up and talking, like all kind of at the same time, and then they disappeared, and then all three of them came back. Like there's something coordinated going on there, but and then they're like, oh, you need to fix this ASAP. Like, okay, and then they just left, thank God. But I feel like there's something weird happening there. Like there's, I don't know. It's an interesting situation with all of them. But hey, maybe that's the stream situation that's going on here today. I'm just gonna have to deal with that, and then have no real interaction besides them. Just kind of briefly go over a few things. Try to play Minecraft. Realize that doesn't quite work. But yeah, I don't know. And also, they're acting like there's a lot of viewers coming in from this Brett guy. I feel like if that's what was going on, like how many subscribers does this guy have? I guess he has 7K subs, so maybe he would only have like 3 people watching. His whole thing is about process serving, like serving papers to people in court. I'm confused what the content is. Yeah, I don't know. It is what it is. It is what it is. Oh, it was Dan Norton that I was talking about earlier. Why was I talking about him? Oh, because he also does this like streaming thing. Doesn't get very many views, but he kind of just sits here and talks for a while. But yeah, he ended up getting people eventually too, and I feel like there's he ended up getting people too. So eventually, yeah, if I'm just consistent about it, I think people will start showing up, and we'll see. Maybe this channel is just doomed to die. That's sad though. It's fine. It's fine. Because I mean, the point of this channel is not necessarily just about it's not about gathering clout. Like, the subscriber growth will be small. Since coming back, I've almost gained 100 subscribers though. Yeah, but the channel growth will be slow, and then at the same time, I just gotta improve my like presentation style, improve my confidence expressing myself, and just improve all this stuff. Hey, got it. What'd you get? Guys, here is it. Here it is. I'm curious what the link he's gonna actually send is. If this is not a good link, this is... Is he gonna send the link or no? I am actually curious what this actual link is, because you guys are in here. Just Bro, I feel like these people are just trolling. It's okay. It's okay. Oh no, that's so funny. A B C D E F G H I 2. That's funny. Damn, I got trolled for this whole stream. That's embarrassing. It is what it is. It is what it is. Great. May he be with you, brethren. Okay, see you there. As if that's a real link. That's so funny. I do actually think they are just bots, just based on that. Tom Walton, who is your GOAT mathematician? I feel like the objective GOAT mathematician has to be it has to be Euler, just because he literally any math class that you are ever in your entire life, you're going to hear Euler's name mentioned. Like any single class, like regardless of whether it's analysis, number theory, like discrete math, continuous math, you're always going to hear Euler mentioned. He just did everything all throughout all of math. But I also what's his name? I also really like Galois. He was the guy who he had the proof with the he created like Galois math but his life is just super interesting. Yeah, he created Galois theory, which I don't fully understand at all. But he also had the proof that there's no closed form formula, in the sense that, like, in the same way that there's a closed form formula for the quadratic formula, the cubic formula, like for the power of 4 polynomial. I'm drawing a blank right now, but it's fine. But he proved like nothing higher than that can actually be shown. Let me find the actual expression. And he did all this like very early in life. How old was Galois when he died? He died in a duel. He died at the age of 20 after a duel, and it had something to do with some girl, I think, some romantic engagement. But he did all of this all within, like, all the math that he did was before the age of 20. Crazy good mathematician. But I still think Euler has to be the GOAT, just because of how much that he actually did for math. But Galois theory is super cool. Who's another good one? Oh, I think also Ramanujan's a very famous one, just from like raw talent. Like, he got discovered as a great mathematician and then ended up proving all of this random stuff. Euler was a casual. Newton gang. Yeah, no, Newton did good. Newton did good. He did some of the most for like practical mathematics, literally inventing like calculus and physics and starting all that off. But I mean, Leibniz did it better than Newton. No, I'm playing. Yeah, Galois did die in a duel. And then Catpaw Games asks, "Hello, Garrett. Do Do you think that Kosovo is Serbia? As an American, my government my government recognizes Kosovo. As a result, I would probably recognize Kosovo as well. Though I have not done all the requisite investigation into all of the history behind that to actually know. I know Albania is involved. I think actually when I was in Italy, I met a guy from Kosovo who is like running some shop, and we talked about it a little bit. I don't remember all of the details. Sparrow says, "Can you say my city name out loud? It's called Pula." Yeah, I feel like that's not difficult to say. Did I say something weird though? City in Croatia. I feel like nothing weird was said there. I hope not. But yeah, Galwa did die in a duel. Died at the age of 20. But his big proof, yeah. The main proof is that there's no general algebraic formula only using radicals to solve polynomial equations of degree 5 or higher. So essentially, you can so essentially you can write out the solutions to any quadratic you can write out solutions to any like quadratic, cubic, quartic equation, and there's a whole like formula for it. You can solve the formula. You're given any equation, you can solve it. What Galois proved in his 20 years of life, and like in I think the 1800s, was that you can't do that for any polynomial of degree 5 or higher, which is crazy. Like that's the fact that he was able to do that so early in life. But then at the same time, like he was also just like deeply involved in politics and like the French Revolution. And I guess when was the French Revolution? This had to be like right during the heart of it. He had to have lived right during the heart of it. No, he was a little bit after the French Revolution. Okay, French Revolution ended in 1799. But this whole period in French history was chaotic. And he was born in 1811, died in 1832 at the age of 20, and in his short life he was able to prove a mathematical result and create a whole new form of mathematics that was a whole inspiration for group theory. I believe Galois theory. I think it's involved. It has something to do with group theory. Connection between field theory and group theory. And I don't fully understand how it works, but I know it was used to show that there was nothing of degree 5. There's no closed form solution of degree 5 or higher. No closed form formula. And then, I saw what you said, but I think your chat must have got deleted. Oh, there you go. Pula means dick in Romanian. You just said dick. Oh, wow. Crazy. I guess I just said it again. That's funny. And then I'm not even going to try to say what Cat Paw Games is going to say. I don't know what he's trying to make me say. And then Cat Paw Games said, city name Garrett, you are my king. Yes, I am the king. Given my last name's Mayer, though, I'm probably would be overstating my claims of authority by claiming to be king. I think that would be a little bit much. Um, yeah, I'm just a humble mayor. I'm not a king. I'm nobody's king. I'm nobody's king. As a huge Galois supporter as well, I am. I would not be a fan of kings. I know he was involved with politics, and I don't know what exactly his political stances were, to be honest. Maybe this is worth reading. Maybe I should just show you guys my screen with all the stuff that I'm looking at. Galois lived a time of political turmoil in France. Yeah, so there's a lot going on. He quit school to join Republican artillery unit. Um, yeah, he threatened to kill the king, and got arrested. A lot going on in this dude's life, and at the same time, this is why he's one of the most um, this is why he's to me one of the most interesting mathematicians. I feel like there has to be some sort of book about it. um, Garrett, you are wise. Let's elect you as the president. I appreciate it. I would love to be president. I would be a great president. No, I don't. I have not been interested in politics as much anymore. I feel like I've just been focused on. I've been so focused on work and life and church and all that stuff that I really have not been following politics. I know Trump's doing a lot. The extent of what I know about Trump is I work in investments, so I um I follow a little bit of like the tariff stuff and the Liberation Day stuff and all of the interesting, like, Liberation Day, and the market drops 10%, and then later he pulls them back, and we go back up 10%, and like these were like the two biggest moving days in like the past couple decades. It was crazy. um Garrett will get elected twice. On the second term, we will do another January 6th. I do not condone. um, my glorious king, you are limitless. You are the greatest, Garrett 2028. I appreciate it. The problem, we would have to do a little bit of constitutional circumvention, because in 2028 I'm only going to be 27 years old, which is technically too young, but there's ways around it. Is mentioned. Um, Say, for example, there is another January 6th where I get installed. That could be the way where it's done. Don't condone, though. Don't condone. I need to focus on building up my money right now. I think that is, I mean, as much as like during college I was like so obsessed with politics and like getting into all of this stuff, like, I don't know, like being a real firebrand, like, oh, I can change the world, I can explain all this stuff and bring everyone over to objectivism. Everyone will become an objectivist after I'm through. I can convince everyone. I can start this objectivist revolution. Meanwhile, I can't even crack 500 subscribers on YouTube. Well, now I did, obviously, but I really thought I could like go in and be like this great objectivist debater that convinces all these internet people to be objectivists. And then what does that have to do with greater political world? I don't know, but I thought I could be part of the objectivist movement. And I think growing up, realizing first that objectivism is false, God is good, Jesus is king, first realizing objectivism is false, and then also realizing like my biggest concern in life should be not changing society, not following all these political trends. I need to get my life in order. I need to get a job. I need to focus on my productivity. I need to get a girlfriend, get married, start a family, all of that stuff. I think that is far more important. Spending your time on that is far more important than being a political expert. Because at the end of the day, too, in your day-to-day life, nobody's going to care how much you know about politics. Nobody's going to care if you know, like, the exact rates that Trump said on liberation. Like, I don't know, people aren't going to care about that. They're, like, at the end of the day, what really matters and what shows your character to the world and where it really demonstrates what really will produce a good life for you is finding a job, finding a family, having a few hobbies, just enjoying life. But Garrett, you will be the only president to run 5 terms. People like you, people will like you. Run for president. Hashtag Garrett Mayer 2028. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. We will see. I will be the king. I will be king. Just wait. I'm building up money, building up the fund, and one day, once I have all the money that I need, once I have the life that I need, once I'm built up, then I will become king. Like you want, Sparrow, just as you're hoping for. But it just, right now we gotta lay low, we gotta build up, we gotta set the groundwork, and once we set the groundwork, we will build our empire. We will build the great American empire, spanning the globe. That's what we'll do. We'll see. I don't know, man. Even if I did run for president, I think that would be, maybe people would like me, maybe people would think I'm interesting, but I think I think it would take a lot. My publicity is not very good, as you can see by this very, very small channel that I've developed. Let's get to 1,000 subscribers before we start talking about running for president and getting elected 5 terms in a row, breaking constitutional standards. But hey, we can do it. I'll do it. I'll run in 2028, 5 terms in a row. 5 terms. Yeah, no, I think, honestly, I think if you are a young guy right now, the biggest thing that you need to do is just focus on getting a job and get involved in your church and try to start a family. And I think that will set you up for a good life regardless. Doesn't matter how much you know, it doesn't matter how smart you are, how clever you are, how sociable you are. If you can focus on ordering your life in a way that makes you stable, I think that's important, and just developing the foundations for the life to come. Yeah, I think that's important. I don't know, because that's my whole life right now. I just got engaged, planning a wedding, just moved in, moved to a new place closer to my job. I'm studying for actuary exams right now and just building up my career, focusing on work, focusing on that. And I think for me, one of the big problems is going to be finding out how to reach out to people and maintain social connections, because I am naturally a very introverted person. I don't like to put myself out there. I don't like reaching out to people. I don't like talking to people all that much. So for me, the hardest part about just building a social circle and meeting people and building like a social life and building a happy life in Southern California, in this new place that I've apparently called home for like 2 years now. That's going to be the hardest part, is just learning how to reach out to people, learning how to build connections, but also learning how to be more comfortable alone, which is what I think I've figured out which I've gotten better at over the past 2 years. I think leaving from college and entering life in the workforce, people are a lot less available. Everyone's more busy. It's not like college when you just are hanging out with your friends 24/7. And that does take a while to get used to, I think. But I've started to also enjoy the peace and quiet, because I don't know if I could live like I did in college for the rest of my life. That's not sustainable. It wouldn't be good for me. But I think focusing on just work, building hobbies, and yeah, focusing on my church as well. Just going to random church events. I feel like that's how I honestly ended taking up most of my time, which starts to explain kind of the direction that this channel has started to take. You'll see, I think things just seemed more like philosophical and like stuff like that, especially early on since I came back. But lately I've been focusing more on just like reading the Bible, making more theological points. And that's been a big focus lately. And I think that has been helpful for me, helpful for me to grow in my faith, helpful for all of that stuff. But yeah, I think this channel has been useful regardless. And hey, I mean, it took us like a little bit of time to start getting a more active chat, and I had a few good topics to talk about in the Q&A. Yeah, really interesting stream, to be honest. I know I'm going a little over the like 1 hour lunch break, but I'm also on study hour, staying on a little bit longer now that people started joining. Even though some of it was crude, it's fine. We still got a little bit of activity in the chat. Thanks Tommy Walton for asking about the GOAT mathematicians. Let's go. Yeah, we've got some interesting discussion going there. But yeah, I hope all of you guys are doing well. I hope everyone's life is going well. Everything's normal. Everything's happy. There's peace in life. That's where I'm trying to get to. I don't know if I introduced the kittens earlier. They're sleeping right now, but maybe I should just go snag one up quick. Hold up one second. Oh, he saw me. He woke up. This is Cheshi. Look at the camera. Meow. He's sleepy right now. Vote Garrett for a better life. Continue doing that. Jesus is Lord. Spread the gospel. Yes, that is my plan. That's my plan. I'm gonna keep trying to spread the gospel, and I make sure I always read the Bible to the kiddies every single day. Let me get the other one. Actually, he's sleeping so peacefully. He's sleeping so peacefully on the desk. I don't want to wake him. But this one is crazy. Spread the gospel, praise Jesus, amen. Jesus is king. That's the plan. And yeah, it just kind of, oh, he's sleeping in my arms. So cute. Yeah. But yeah, that's the plan. Just keep posting Bible content. Just keep posting this math content too. I feel like both of those, it's such different content. I don't know if there is another channel on this entire platform that is identical to mine, where on one hand I'm posting these like number theory videos, going through a textbook every week, and then at the same time like trying to do theological content. Like one of them I'm much more of an expert in, or not an expert, but I have some credentials for than the other. Like for example, the number theory stuff. Like this is a class I took in college. This is what it's based on. Like when I'm citing that, I'm citing my notes. But when I'm citing like all this other stuff, like does the canon issue destroy Protestantism? Like I never studied that. That wasn't part of my degree. It's just me trying to learn and justify my own faith. And he's literally falling asleep in my arms. Look at that. He's so cute. Oh my gosh. That's so cute. Dude, I love having kittens. They're so cute. They're literally 3 months old. It's crazy. Oh, and now he's squirming. Oh, he's squirming. Say hi to the camera, Josh. See, this is why I want kids someday. Like imagine they're just like these little kitties like this, but then they grow up and like can talk to you and stuff, and can like Yeah, they'll grow up and talk to you, and they'll grow up and drink with you and have deep conversations with you and stuff, like, and ask you for advice and go through like breakups and all the life events that happen. Like, that's crazy. Like, I'm never gonna have a conversation with this little guy about Jesus. Like, he's never gonna. Well, maybe he will. Maybe he'll teach me some theology at some point in my life. Maybe he'll come on for a video someday. Do you want to talk to the camera? Are you able to meow for the camera? Sorry, that was me. I want to see if I can get him to meow. You can kind of hear him purr. See, I'm distracted. I'm distracted with the cat. See, this is why I can't let them in my room. Like, when I work from home, I cannot let them in my room because they're crazy. Okay, so that was Cheshi. He's like the more skinny cat. And then this, I'm gonna wake up Smee. I don't care. This is Smee. They're brothers. Look at the camera. Oh, now he's confused. So yeah, this is the life I've been living. Lately, yeah, living in the new place. Got a desk room. Got 2 kittens.